Welcome back to Nerdcore Podcast. This is episode 427, and it is a Saturday morning review as we keep on playing catch up here on the Nerdcore as we discuss Fellini Satyricon today. And as always, it is the nerd you're gonna hear to host the show, alongside my wonderful co-host, Young Yada.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another review of What the Fuck Did Raul Make Me Watch?
Oh man. Hey, you know, there's some. Look, I told you I never watched this one before either.
That's no excuse.
And
no excuse.
Look, Brad, I told you this.
Yeah, you literally give me shit for horrible movies that I didn't watch. So I'm gonna give you shit for what the fuck movies that you made me watch.
At least it's not Venom, you know.
This is true. This is very true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is not Venom.
We can agree on that.
Yeah. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
My Friday. I'm good.
Yeah.
Drinking wine.
Oh, tomorrow. Wait, I
drinking
thought
wine,
Friday.
feeling fine.
Wait, what do you mean it's your Friday today? So you're saying you have to go to work tomorrow?
No, it's from my Friday today. I work 4/10s, so it's literally my Friday today.
Okay. Yeah. So you get tomorrow. You get to have some fun. It's a pretty good day today, y'all.
How's your day going, Ro?
It's been all right.
You know, we never ask you that. You always ask us how our day is, but we never ask back, Ro, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, dude. Just what's it called? Hanging out. It's hot as all shit out here.
It's hot everywhere,
dude.
Like it is an oven.
A special fuck you to ERCOT, who wants us to keep our thermostats at 78 at this time. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon, bitch. I'm about to keep this thing up at 73. Hell no. Bro, I got this thing blasting most of the day. I don't care if you can hear it in the recording. I'm putting that thing at 78. No, sir. This is for ERCOT right here.
I literally have 3 fans in my bedroom. I've just acquired them over the years and just have all placed them in the bedroom, just pointed in a triangular fashion.
Yeah, and that's with you having a central AC unit too, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's no
fucking
joke.
Hot.
Yeah, check on your friends who live in the South. This isn't fun.
I'm glad I don't sweat. I'm glad I don't have humidity at least.
Dude, I just you know what they say, like 78 while you're at home, 82 when you're asleep. Who the hell sleeps at
82? I literally get my best sleep at like 63, so fuck y'all.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I hate this state so much, man.
Who sleeps at 82?
Satyricon. Did Fellini make a Transformers spin-off?
Are we going to talk about that Transformers 1984?
God, I would love to.
That Stacy turned us on to.
I would really like to watch that soon.
With the Orson Welles voice cameo, like. God damn! That
I guess we can try to, if we can find it, like we can put that in the poll for the commentaries for next month.
Yeah, let's do that.
Next month we have to do Next month we have to do for Mandy, but we'll find a way. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Just hot as all hell out here. I watched this film today. Finished watching it. I watched it on my Essential Fellini box set, which I was apparently. So there's only 11 new restorations of these movies. This was one of the movies that was already restored before. So we watched that 4K digital transfer that they did of this movie.
I mean, it looked really, really beautiful.
Oh yeah, they cleaned that thing up pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was waiting for like the little thing before when you get this. It usually has like, restored here. They took the negatives and they cleaned. No. I was like, so I'm guessing this is one of the 3 that wasn't restored. I think it's this one. I think it's Roma, because Roma was already 4K digitally restored, and I think Dolce Vita didn't have a restoration because it was already really good restoration they did of it. But I'm not sure anymore. I'm not sure, but yeah, dude, I watched this film. I took a nap and just watched Burke stream for a bit. And
that sounds like a good day.
Yeah. I'll be playing some Valorant tomorrow on the stream too. And just gonna get some film stock tomorrow as well, and hopefully shoot on Saturday.
Nice.
It's fucking summer solstice on Saturday though. Holy shit, man. It's gonna be hot as all hell. Dude. Hey, also these mosquitoes are crazy, bro. Fuck, these mosquitoes are killing me, man.
Luckily,
But
I don't have to deal with that too much. It's too fucking
yeah,
hot here.
yeah, they don't care over here, dude. Apparently, Brad's like, oh, but when I lived in Mississippi, that was a big problem.
I'm surprised they didn't carry me away.
Yeah,
Oh,
but yeah, dude. But today we're gonna be discussing 1969's Fellini Satyricon. Um, because what's it called? This was the last one that we had to do for our Fellini month back in January, but it's not January right now, and we
I
just
forget why we missed that, but
we
anyway,
just had
we
so
got to
much
it.
things to do, dude. Yeah,
We got to it.
yeah. We're playing catch up right now, so we pretty much got through more than half of the things that we needed to finish from the stuff. It's like we're gonna do booty call next Monday, and then at least Thursday I want to do at least one film for Pride Month, and we're gonna have Gio come on, so we're gonna watch something for that. But like, I'm proud to say that we got past a good amount of movies from the stuff that we have left over to do. So
We've been grinding. We've been grinding like usual.
yeah. So Brad, are you ready? As ready as
I'll ever be.
Yep, yep. All right, let me go ahead and introduce you all to Fellini Satyricon. I only have like two sentences. Dude, what the fuck, man? This is a movie.
Why does Transformers have like a whole fucking page, and this from 1969 has 2 sentences?
Yeah. Fellini Satyricon, or simply Satyricon, is a 1969 Italian fantasy drama film written and directed by Federico Fellini, and loosely, most importantly, go ahead and pay attention to that word, loosely based on Petronius's work Satyricon, written during the reign of Emperor Nero and set in Imperial Rome. The film is divided into 9 episodes following Encolpius and his friend. If I remember correctly, he pronounced it Achilto, as they try to win the heart of a young boy named Giton sure. Within pay attention, y'all here, within a surreal and dreamlike Roman landscape. Let me go ahead and repeat that for y'all. Within a surreal and dreamlike Roman landscape. So before I actually get more into it, I do want to read a little bit of the production stuff here because I think it's just really interesting. Fellini's project saw competition from another film titled Satyricon, released the same year, also developed by the same lab who was developing the negatives for it. Producer Alfredo Bini had registered the Satyricon title in 1962. When Fellini and his producer Alberto Grimaldi started work on their film, Bini contracted Gianluigi Poldiro to direct his own version. Grimaldi sued Bini to halt the competing film, but lost. As a result, Fellini's picture was titled Fellini Satyricon to distinguish it. Co-screenwriter Bernardino Zappioni noted that Fellini used a deliberately jerky form of dubbing that caused the dialogue to appear out of sync with the actor's lips. This was in keeping with his original intention of creating a profound sense of estrangement throughout the film. Also, it would be really interesting to tell you all that Petronius' original work of Satyricon only literally exists in like fragments. It's supposed to be a book of like 1,000 pages, but only 200 pages exist. So like literally, Fellini decided to like create his own version of it because, you know, that work just didn't exist to like adapt. And so he kind of, decided to go all out with it and really make it his way. Literally, bro, the trailer, if you watch it, it says Satyricon, before Christ, after Fellini. Oh man. So Brad, I guess I'll just ask you first, man, because you're the one who like I introduced you to this man. You know, we watched some great films, 8.5, Dolce Vita, Nights of Cabiria. You liked Amarcord, you know, but they didn't, you know, they weren't as highly regarded as like Dolce Vita, 8.5, and Nights of Cabiria. And I'm in the same way. You know, my top 10 after today is still the same. It's 8.5, number 1, Cabiria 2, and Amarcord 3. What's it called? This didn't change anything. But I want to know from you first. What did you think?
Um, this movie's an acid trip. It really fucking is. First off, I gotta say the dubbing on this thing had me confused for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there just changing the dub on the fucking DVD, trying to figure out like, okay, I can understand these few characters,
Yeah.
but I can't understand these characters. Like, is there something wrong with my dub edition? And it ends up being no. They just fucking they didn't record those subtitles. They just did Italian, and so it makes it even more engrossingly difficult to follow.
Mm.
I will say, this movie has some amazing shots. It is beautiful in places. It is so beautiful in places. And most of it, the set designs on this thing are crazy. And
Brad, can you believe it's $3 million?
Back when, 1969?
Yeah.
I wonder what's that in today's currency? Because I really feel like they spent a lot of fucking money on this. Like they had to. Like they had a giant Caesar head.
Dude, it's $3 million, dude. But it made its money back. It made $8 million alone in Italy, and like about $4 million out in the U.S. and Canada.
I mean, was Fellini big at this time?
Oh
was this one of his later movies?
Yes, this is 69. So this was after Dolce. So hold on, let me go ahead and read this first. Loosely based surreal landscape. So he borrowed the title of the work and not much else. He only included some different stuff in there that like he kind of like took inspiration from the book, but like I said, the book was only 200 pages left, bro. Like there was a lot of material that's not in there, but this like the bit of the hermaphrodite bread that's not in the book. That's not in the book. You know, he decided to add that himself. But like there's a lot of stuff in this movie that like he decided to like expand upon. But he still kind of kept to like the idea of like ancient Rome. So
from my understanding, from what I got from this movie, it's a bunch of different tales, kind of following the same two characters in there.
Yeah,
and I followed that. So, but it gets so jumbled up in there in some places, it's kind of confusing. Which as you said, now that I know Satyricon, it wasn't a full. It wasn't a full book or title for him to follow. It makes sense that he would jump around, and it makes sense at the ending of this movie when you just have pieces of a wall hanging up that you don't have the whole story. So it makes sense in a way. It was not a very enjoyable viewing for the most part for me, just because at first I'm just frustrated at the subtitles. And just frustration on a few other levels throughout the movie of just like, I want to kind of understand what's going on, but at the same time,
it's very chaotic.
It's very chaotic. It really is. But movie's beautiful. I give him that. The shots, the frames, the coloring, the acting in this is great from what I can tell. It's like you said, it's a chaotic mess in a way.
Yeah. And I understand why. Like he really wanted to create the whole dreamlike aspect and really so I'll tell you this, Brad. Let's go. So this comes before, this is after, he won the best foreign language film for La Strada. This is after he won for best foreign language film for Nights of Cabiria. This is after the Dolce Vita, it blew up his career, and this is after he won for 8.5. This is
like a pet project, probably.
So this
something
this
he
was
wanted to do.
But this is also like after he kind of got sick. He got sick, and he was like, he was struggling. But he after. So I want to say it's not just after this. It's after Amarcord when you really start to see Fellini's career kind of get really weird, and like. He's doing stuff that he just hadn't done before that just doesn't work as much as as the other stuff. Like my professor Alessandro Carrera, I would love to read you all a passage from the book because he has two chapters in the book devoted just to Satyricon. That's crazy. None of the other movies have like multiple chapters. This movie has 2 chapters devoted to it. but it's holding up my camera right now, so it can be up like here. So I'm not about to do that because then you're literally just gonna get like me up here, and then this is all gonna be black from the back of the
I
monitor.
mean, you ain't got another book.
I need to go get another book from the house and put that one up there. But shut up. So Fellini had like just he had his career saved by Dolce Vita. He's already like prominently known. He's already has this grand career of his, and like to me, this when I say this, y'all, this is as Fellini-esque as you can get. I told you, this man makes weird, fantastical films that are either downright crazy or like there's some of the most, grounded, beautiful work you can watch, like Cabiria. And then you have this where it's like all over the place. The performances are fantastical and over the top. And like you are just like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah,
Like,
for most of the film, and at the same token, your eyes are glued to the screen.
yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is gonna happen next? And then
Yeah.
it just cuts, and then you're like, well, that guy was dead before, but he's here doing poetry again. Like, where do we get? Okay, the dude is wearing a minotaur head, and now he's hugging him.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, and now he's going to have sex, but he can't get it up. So
Yeah.
now he's going on adventure to see a priestess
Yeah.
to get his dick hard.
By the way, my favorite scene so I think the last 30 minutes of this film is probably one of the biggest acid trips you can ever take. Like those last 30 minutes are incredible. I love every single moment of them inside the Garden of Delights.
Mhm.
Like just those shots of us going back and forth on the rocking thing that was going like that, just incredible. But also just how chaotic it is. And like literally Kim just getting up and be like, I want to be cured, just cure me. It's like, oh man, I love those scenes. But I'm telling you, man, it's like I need to rewatch this. Sooner than later. I'm gonna rewatch it again because I have to do the episode of Between the Frames on it when I get to this movie on the set. But I have to rewatch this because, like, yes, this is Fellini's. Like, literally, if you can create a Fellini's Rome, this is Fellini's Rome. Like, he wanted to concentrate not on just the subconscious of the ancient Romans, but like also concentrate on what that before Christ thing is, like that life, like how like literally none of these people are like anywhere near to having a moral compass of giving a fuck about anything.
No.
No. And like in a sense, like that just really does kind of represent like the mind of Federico Fellini and how like chaotic it is at times, and how this man just like really throughout this film is just hard to follow what he wants to say, but like you're glued to it and you're like, holy shit, dude, this can only be made by you. This is literally only a movie that only Federico can make. I highly believe that. I doubt that anybody else, like, there's a reason that other movie is not as well known as this one. No.
And this is it's hard to say, but we've seen a lot of movies roll in the 4 or 5 years we've watched this. There's nothing like this movie. Kurosawa never did anything like this.
No.
Tarantino never did anything like this. This is fucking out there.
Yeah. This is really out there. Like, just so first of all, just the idea of like none of the Latin is translated. Like only the Italian. Only the Italian is translated.
Would the Latin have helped though? That is my question after a while. Would that Latin have helped me like follow it?
I was watching Trailers from Hell with John Landis. I don't like the Landis, but so I was like, I need to get some content right now on this movie so I can get an idea. He said he watched this movie first when he was in Italy, like he was shooting a film in Europe, in Yugoslavia, and then he like went to Italy, watched this film in 1969. He watched it with no subtitles because of course it's in Italy, it's going to be in Italian.
Yeah.
And then he watched it years later, but the subtitles in the United States. Not in the United States, somewhere else. But the subtitles were only in French and German. Then he watched it again. And he only watched it, and he finally watched it with the English subtitles. And he said, I realized that those subtitles don't mean shit. this movie isn't about what's being said.
It's
It's
what's
more
being
so
shown on the screen.
being shown on the screen.
Just the
Because
emotion of a lot of
yeah,
that, and just the insanity. When the big fucking oven, like that
oh
thing
yeah,
was huge. That thing
yeah,
was frightening, and they're going to throw a man in it because the rich guy said to.
yep. And just of course, like you know, um, I think it's like one of the first time that Fellini actually works with like American and British actors. He doesn't really have much Italian actors in here, um, and it works, man. Like, yeah, I like these
Can
performances,
I
but
just say there are some very pretty men in this, like
they literally look like
gorgeous,
ancient Romans. Like they
gorgeous,
look like them.
and my wife walked in as I'm watching this up in my loft, and she looks at it and she goes, "These men can put their makeup on better than I can," and I'm just like, Italians, I don't know.
Italians, I don't know. Um, and just so, Brad, I found this really hilarious. So, like at the festival, so like, remember when I told you like that, like before, like critics hated fucking Fellini, like they didn't like any of his movies, And then of course, once Dolce Vita comes in, like his work starts to do fairly good. This one was like one of the small amounts that were like just generally positively loved. Like they loved this movie in Italy. So
Because
it,
Italians are insane.
the tickets to watch this film at the fest at Venice were being sold for $3.20, but this movie was so loved and they were sold out that people were selling them on the black market for $100 a piece.
Oh, them first fucking scalpers. It's the PS5. God damn it.
Yeah, dude, this is
God
nuts,
damn
man.
it.
And it's
eBay all over.
And of course, in the United States, this does really well. Like people love this too, but like, I'm watching this, and I can't even say like. So I watch this, and usually most of the time I just come on here and I talk about how like, oh, Nino wrote the score is just amazing. How I love that score. I don't think I can listen to this score without this movie playing, because like this score is like incredibly anxiety induced, and like I'm telling you, like I feel like it's because we're kind of trying to like journey into the psyche in this film, and we're like looking at this dreamlike. So he needs to go like really weird in it and really go really chaotic in it. But I was like, wow, this score is really good, but I can't listen to this after I'm done with this movie. I can't put this on like.
No, it makes you very anxious, which I think is the whole point of the fucking film.
Yeah.
Is this film, like you said, it's chaos. This film is chaos. This film is Fellini's take on ancient Rome, which with the Emperor Nero, it probably was chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just so interesting how like, of course, they're always they say like this is like before Christ, but like, Emperor Nero's reign was already after Christ. Like it was after Christ was born. So, it was interesting, but of course I think that Fellini just wants to concentrate on like, the Romans with no moral compass of Christianity being in their brains. Like this is like literally just what's it called? This is the Rome's before any of that stuff became important, and they were having sex with anybody. They were living. It's so interesting, Brad, how like even in like this ancient Roman piece, Fellini still finds a way to criticize consumer culture and consumerism. It's not as like high society life criticism as it was like in Dolce Vita, but in here, like, yeah, like it's like he's saying a lot of stuff that's like criticism, and in a way, I feel like also he's kind of saying like, we weren't as better off before Christianity and the Catholic Church breathing down our necks, but we're still kind of fucked up creatures. But that that's the brain for us, and how lost we are within the psyche.
Yeah.
But he's just.
I mean,
I'm just watching this film,
and I'm showing society how it is, just
yeah.
full of selfishness, really.
Yeah, just
I mean, we saw it like when the poet was getting dragged to the oven. No one gave a fuck. Like even the dude like he showed up with didn't give a fuck. Like, all right, you're gonna die, I guess.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah. And then of course, what's it called when they put him in the boat to go to this remote island with Caesar, and then just like they're all just like like there's nothing really much being done in that boat. They're all just kind of like messing with each other, and you just hear them all like yell and stuff and like get on each other. And then
Yeah.
somebody wants to have a Greco-Roman match, and then he what's it called? He what's the word is I'm trying to look for? He impresses the guy who he's having the Greco-Roman match, so he marries him, and then the guy gets killed, and it's like,
Yeah.
what is going on here?
It's just a fucking, you hold on and you pray to God you don't fall off. And yeah, so I learned something from this film, like something that you think I would have been taught in a history class. I didn't realize Caesar or Kaiser was a title.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Julius Caesar, we all know. That's who I always thought, like Caesar. But no, after Caesar, they just called him Caesar because he was like the best emperor. So
yeah,
it was like Caesar Nero.
Yeah, I always had wondered about that too, and I was just like, oh wait, that's what you mean. By the way, the one who played that new emperor, no, the old emperor, like those. I'm telling you, dude, he got some people that literally look like those Roman statues. Like the jawline was literally like how those Roman emperors looked.
Yeah, he really did. I was looking up Nero, and I'm like, yeah, it
looks like Nero.
Yeah, it looks like Nero. What the fuck? All right, Fellini, you did homework in casting.
He had Ray Stevens in the score, but different taste. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, it's just this movie's nuts. I
mean, like I said, it's in a first watch, it's hard to enjoy it just because it's chaos. I mean, it's a bunch of pretty pictures. It just I can't really follow it until I think about like, okay, it's pieces. It's pieces of a story, another story, just following kind of these two characters. But I will say that the ending there, when he loses his, I guess, frenemy throughout the film, total just wave of sadness.
Oh yeah,
like I felt that.
Yeah, I'm just like I throughout the film, like, you know, of course, this guy is like he hates his guts because he took like this love of his life, and then just like at the end he's like, oh fuck, man, I lost my friend. Like
that was a heartbreaking scene where he's like, who do you want to be with? And the dude's like, him. And then an earthquake.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and this was me trying to figure out the subtitles too, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I'm really interested. I want to see what Ebert said about this, because
he probably jerked off too. It was like, I love it. Like, this is so much better than Taste of Cherry.
Oh yeah, fuck him. You know, what's it called? Yeah, that's not my fucking question. Let's see, Fellini, Satyricon. Fucking Stacy. I've heard Caesar salad was a brutal ruler though.
No, only on the stomach. Ebert.
Oh my god. Okay, Roger Ebert. Let's see if he.
Of course, 4 stars. 4 fucking stars roll.
Yeah. Fellini Satyricon is like 70. I was writing for it. Some will say it's a bloody, depraved, disgusting film. I wrote in a fever indeed. People by the dozens were escaping from the sneak preview I attended, but Fellini Satyricon is a masterpiece all the same. And films that dare everything cannot please everybody. Today, I'm not sure it's a masterpiece except as an expression of the let it all hang out spirit of the 1970 world that we both then occupied. But it is so much more ambitious and audacious than most of what we see today that simply as a reckless gesture, it shares these timid times. Films like this are a reminder of how machine-made and limited recent product has become. The movie is based on the book of degenerate versions of Roman and Greek myth. Yeah. So it's a co-founding pragmatic forms. Petronius was a sensualist who celebrated and mocked sexual decadence at the same time. So does Fellini, who observes that although the wages of sin may be death, it's nice work if you can get it. I love that. It's nice work if you can get it. Yeah.
Because Roger Ebert's at a fucking higher level than most.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like obviously he really gets it all, right? Not like he was wrong as hell about Taste of Cherry, but yeah, man. I just look. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna call it a masterpiece because I don't think it is at the moment. Like I really have to I need to sit back. I need to rewatch it and really understand. Because like when I think masterpiece and I think Fellini, I'm thinking Kabiri, I'm thinking about 8.5, I'm thinking about Dolce Vita, I'm thinking about Amarcord, I'm thinking about these very personal films, but that he's also taken the chance to like give his surrealist take. But this is also another film which gives his surrealist take.
I mean, I gotta say, it has some of the most beautiful scenes man has ever shot that I've seen.
Yeah,
It has that. It has beauty, and
yeah,
it has some set designs that are just they can't. There's no other movie that I know of that competes with that. Some
yeah,
of those set design, they're crazy. They are
yeah,
crazy and beautiful and wonderful to look at. It's just this movie story and just the fact I don't know, maybe if I knew Latin and Italian, I could have followed it better.
yeah,
But the fact I have to, I need subtitles, it might take something away from it for me.
yeah.
And it just leaves me like lost in a way.
Yeah, I think next time I watch this, I really have to put it into my head like, don't try to pay attention too much at what's being said, but
Just
instead
watch
what's
it.
being shown.
Wait, are we supposed to like just feel it?
No, not Christopher Nolan. I think more so like, let us just be observers of Roman debauchery.
Which I should watch this with you, like
Yeah,
in a second review, and we just watch it. Like turn
yeah,
off the subtitles, just fucking watch it,
yeah,
and maybe just maybe it'll be far more enjoyable because we don't have to worry about what they're saying. It doesn't fucking matter.
yeah, yeah. This would be a really nice commentary.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and give Fellini Satyricon a 8 out of 10. It's a 4 out of 5 on my letterbox, and it is if I remember correctly, I have it under Variety Lights but above The White Sheik. Which, by the way, Brad, for Variety Lights, if you go and watch that, pretty pleasant film. It's his first film he ever worked on with another director, though he co-directed it. It's really pleasant. It's pretty good, also. But yeah, I put that one. Yeah, it's like not my least favorite, but it's also like not a movie that I highly regard.
this movie, even though it's chaotic, deserves a second watch.
Yeah,
I will say that.
yeah. But I'm glad I got to explore this one because this was one that I had like, I was gonna watch it because I'm doing the damn run through the whole set. I was gonna watch this, but like I was just kind of putting it off, and I'm like, oh man, like I really wonder how this is gonna be because like I had like most of my friends on Letterboxd, like they all have it like under 4 stars, and I'm like, one of my friends has it at 2.5, and I'm like,
it doesn't deserve a 2.5. Like a Venom deserves a 2.5. Well, Venom might not even deserve that, but lower than a 2.5 too.
yeah,
But this movie, like, there's a story there. There's amazing visuals to this. There's the acting is great. Like this movie has all of it. It's just so chaotic in a way. And I think maybe that's because we focus too much on the subtitles and trying to understand what is going on when we should just be watching what's going on.
yeah.
And maybe that's why I don't. But no, this movie's not a 2.5. It's far more like at least a 3.5 to 4 for me. Yeah. And for that, I give it an 8.5.
All right, man. 8.5. No pun intended, right? The White Sheik, the second failed Sergeant Slaughter heel turn.
God.
Oh man. But of course I got like just who I think I can give the biggest praise on here. Fucking Giuseppe Rotuno, who was the DP on this, the cinematographer. God damn, bro.
Well, I want to know who the set designer was.
Yeah,
like, I fucking like
set design. I want to know who the set design and the production designer was because, like, Christ. Oh my god, man! I can't believe that this was $3 million. Like,
I want to know, like, but this is 1969. $3 million is a lot of money in 1969. You'd have to give me what the dollar amount was like in today's dollars.
Yeah, I probably
because we see 3 million and today, like fucking nothing. That's like Kevin Smith movie, nothing.
Yeah,
like, and Kevin Smith really now today can't make a movie for 10 or 15 million.
Yeah, no, I mean, also the man just refuses to work for that much.
Yeah.
I love how he said on this podcast that he's like, I can't make movies like Christopher Nolan. I don't know what to do with all that money.
Exactly. Like just make sales. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
But you to me, you don't need all that fucking money. Like
yeah,
if you have a vision and you got a fucking chair, you can be rolled around like Robert Rodriguez and make some good shit.
yeah. I wanna just check how much did Dolce Vita cost? Because Dolce Vita had to cost a good amount of buck. So it doesn't have a fucking budget on here, but I mean that movie made a shit ton of money, bro. Like a shit ton of money. Fucking 20 million, almost $20 million alone in the United States. God damn.
All
But
right,
also,
so
yeah, Dolce Vita was filmed mostly in like a lot of it was filmed on location too, like in the streets of Rome. But
okay,
yeah,
okay. So here is the dollar amount. So 1969, 3 million. In today's dollar amount after inflation is a little more than 22 million, which
fuck.
is still very low.
Yeah, yeah. Because like I look at this and I look at set design,
There was
everything
a
like
fucking giant Caesar head coming at
yeah,
me, bro.
easily like around 75 to
Easily,
100 million, dude. Like
easily.
that's actually still considered like low budget filmmaking. Like
Yeah.
you haven't
What
hit
what the first Deadpool was what 50 million?
yeah, and like that's me like
And then
Joker
they have
is
like
50
most of the
mil.
X-Men.
Yeah, Joker was 50 mil. Like
Yeah. That's
eh,
technically low budget today.
damn, dude. Oh man, that's wild. But look, man, I'm making my way through this set, and I'm really enjoying what I'm doing with this because like I love this man. I love this man's film. I don't understand this man. I don't understand it, but like it's kind of hard to really understand. Like you look at who Federico was. To me, that's an episode of Loki or Vision, maybe.
That's not even an episode of Loki or Vision. That's like half an episode.
That's not even like a quarter of an episode of Mandalorian.
No.
So but like I said, like what's it called? Federico had been through a lot in his life. What's it called? Not only his depressive state that almost what's it called cost him not having his career, but also losing a child literally like 2 weeks after it was born, and then what's it called him getting sick. And then like him literally having his masterpiece sets being built for his film. And then like he called Dino and was like, I can't make this movie. I can't make this movie. And so like to really understand Federico's mind a lot in all these movies, I think I have to understand Federico as a person. And I think that's just not possible. Like I think that man is just, I don't know. I don't think I can understand
the
him.
man is a visionary for sure. Visionary director. I put him up there with Kurosawa on just like black and white film, and this as a film with color is very good, like visually just breathtaking.
Fucking breathtaking.
Yeah, so he's a top tier director in my eyes. Like, and I know you came in this to be like, Brad's probably not gonna like this because Fellini tells his actors to exaggerate. His actors and actresses exaggerate your emotions. This, yes, I felt it. I felt the exaggeration in all of it. But the previous films, I just thought they were Italian.
I really want you to watch Roma because there's just this great scene in Roma where what's it called? They're like outside, they're eating, and like this man's like wife is just mad at him, and he's like in Italian saying like, just get over here, I love you, okay? Just come over here and eat the food.
Haven't we all been there? Married men, haven't we all been there? Just get over here and eat the fucking food.
Yeah, but Roma is also another one where it's like it's not really much of like a spoken story. It's more so like the observation of how Roma is and what he knew about Roma when he got there, and it's his love letter to Rome. There's not much of a need of much.
But here's the thing, Raul. Isn't every fucking movie from Fellini a love letter to Rome? Like all the scenery, it's just a love letter to Rome.
A lot of his films are the love letter to the circus. It's a love letter to Rome. It's a love letter to what's it called?
Apparently, to Women of the Night, because goddamn.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm just I'm glad that we got to do this, and I can't wait to rewatch it when I have to do my episode on Between the Frames. But with that said, it's been a lot of fun, y'all. And I want to say thank you all so much for being here. Stacy, thanks for always being in the chat, bro. It means a lot.
Yep.
Always coming in with the nice puns and nice jokes, and also
That's my homie.
always supporting us and being in here, man. Thanks. Want to thank our Patreon producers, Patreon supporters, and our Patreon producers and writers. Thank you all so much for being the wonderful people that you are. Thank you so much for making these shows happen. As always, we want to thank our associate producer, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Without you, it's not possible. And I want to thank our executive producer, Shane, where you can find him, Brad.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_. Also, go buy something from the homie at thriftedio.com. Suppy God for life.
This is so interesting. I'm looking at the criterion. What's it called? The entry for it. So like, what's it called? Like the page where you buy it, and it says like literally the last sentence: create an apparent chaos with exquisite control. Fellini constructs a weird old world that feels like science fiction.
It kind of does in places.
It's real life science fiction.
I mean, I thought like I was watching a play there at some point.
Oh yeah.
Very like throughout
the beginning, there's a play.
And not even just the play, but like throughout like most of the movie, it's like, you know, because like some of the sets it just had paintings on the walls and shit. Yeah. So you like you're watching a play in a way.
Yeah. But and I just what's it called? Want to thank our writers as always. We want to thank the wonderful Brown Rice 96. Thank you, Bryce, for loving it. And you can find them everywhere at Brown Rice 96. And we also want to thank our wonderful Tony.
Hey Tony, you're my TikTok friend.
Yeah, I can't get Tony to watch this. I can't get him to watch this.
I don't think Tony would find this enjoyable.
No, I think Tony's gonna be like, "What the fuck did you make me watch, bro?"
Yeah, it's kind of like my first reaction. I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?
What the fuck, dude?" But we also want to thank. That's it. Yeah, every nerdy dad on Twitter. Thank you. And as always, we hope all of y'all had a wonderful time with us. We will see you all for next week when we come back for our review of Booty Call. And we're inviting Burkmaid on with us.
Hell yeah.
Booty Call. Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Burke. They debuted a Burke on the main show. Ain't that cool?
Yep.
Yes, sir. But as always, you can just catch up with us tomorrow on the Nerdcore live show as we talk Loki episode 2, and on Saturday again for the live show, and then Sunday we're off because it's Father's Day, and I'm also going to be editing. And as always, it's been a wonderful day. And Brad, go ahead and send them out.
All right, Roll. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to our wonderful listeners and Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to Stacy for joining us in chat today. The homie always showing up. And I guess to end this episode, I'll just say, any Italians out there want to teach my wife how to put on makeup? I'm just saying. Just saying. Y'all some pretty men. Young Yoda out.